everybody, and welcome. This is the day number 2 of our 14-day Bend Don't Break Flexibility Challenge. And if you don't already know me, I'm Becky Bagnall, and what I have been doing with you guys and with some of you guys is every single day we have committed to doing stretches to work on our flexibility. So we're going to do some strengthening and stretches every single day, and I'm going to do it live on Facebook and on Instagram. And if you are able to join me live and stretch with me, amazing. Give me a little thumbs up, give me a little hello so that I know you're with me. If you are not able to join me live, don't worry, and I completely appreciate that the times that I sometimes go on cannot be suited into everybody's diary and schedule. So if you're not able to make it live, then let me know if you'd like me to send you the stretches and the live video to your inbox, so you can catch it up at a time that suits you. So yesterday we worked on our front leg splits. So we had our left leg forward and our right leg forward, really focusing on strengthening our hammies and our hip flexors and getting them a little bit more loosey-goosey. Today I would like to work on our middle split. This one is my favourite split. It's just the way that my body naturally wants to move. So I have always preferred this as my favourite type of split compared to left and right, which I've really had to work on to get it to where it is now and still work on it as we're doing together. So today's middle splits. If you are working on this, or if this is the first video you've seen and you would like me to send you the one from yesterday, or if you would like to have people join you with it, please let me know. Just drop me a message, direct message me, and I can send out all of the appropriate emails to you guys so that you can join in, even if you're not able to make the live sessions. So a few pointers. So number one, please keep yourself hydrated. Our muscles and our fascia, which kind of like fibers that combine our muscles and our tendons, love to be hydrated. So we tend to lose a lot of flexibility because we're not hydrated enough. So please make sure that you have a nice big glass of water before you start your stretching, and have a little bit afterwards as well, and keep it up throughout your day. The more water you can have, the better. So that's rule number one. Secondly, what I was thinking about, just for those of you who are also working on your whole kind of body transformation, or maybe it's just something that bothers you perhaps. So if any of you guys have cellulite, or especially like, I always have it like on my bum and around my hips and like on the top of my thighs. Not that I have a lot, I'm quite lucky in that sense, but I tell you a really, really good little trick, which is what I always do when I'm stretching. So if anyone's working on two things at once, I do like to combine them together. Moisturize before you put your leggings on, before you put trousers on, and especially if you've got really tight leggings and they're quite firm, it will act as a bit of a massage, which will help to reduce cellulite. So today is my massage day. Today is my moisturising day, third days. So I just thought of it, and I thought, oh, some of the people might find that helpful. The massaging of the material against moist legs or bum or whatever you're working on does help with cellulite. So if it's interesting to you, there's a little tip for you. But without further ado, let's begin. Please make sure you can whack the heating up and you're nice and warm. I've got my this is my ski jumper, so I'm nice and warm on the upper half as well as your lower half, and let's begin. So I'm just going to tilt this down. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, I think I've just lost people on Instagram. Sorry Instagrammers, I've just wobbled you when you went out of focus. Cool. We're here. So we're going to start with a little bit of a warm-up. If ideally you can warm up already before these sessions, this is ideal just to make sure that you're super, super warm. But I am doing it dry myself. I am doing it straight from having been sat at a computer all day. So don't worry if you're just joining me. Just take it nice and steady. And also what's really important is, whenever we're doing any stretch, I don't want you to go to 100%. I want you to go to 80, 90% of your maximum, okay? So I don't want you to go all the way to 100%. it just, when I'm doing regular stretching, I don't need to go all of the way. By me going to 80-90%, that moves my 80 to 90% goal every single time I stretch. So you will be increasing, but you're not risking yourself tearing any muscles or anything like that, which is obviously what we want. So to begin with, just with a bit of mobility, I'm going to put my hands next to me and we're just going to do a bit of spine mobility. So I'm looking down to the floor, just moving with my neck and then taking it up again. Taking it down and raising the neck up again. Lovely, we're going to go a little bit bigger, rolling the shoulders over, opening it out, squeezing the shoulder blades at the back, rounding it over, opening it out. Rounding it over, opening it out. Lovely, gradually getting a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger. Just to feel like we've got a little bit more movement in our spine. Lovely. Good. From here, take your ear to your shoulder. You can also just rest your hand on the top if you want a little bit of extra pressure. You don't need to push down. Just the weight of your hands is enough just to add a little bit of pressure. And if you want an extra stretch, you can really push this arm away. Turn it to the side if you want to also do your biceps at the same time. Lovely. And then we're going to take nose to nipple. Take it all the way down. And then just place the hand on again. Just stretching out all the different parts of my neck. Taking it over to the other side. Ear to shoulder. Taking the hand on and just placing the hand on top. Pushing away. And we can rotate as well if you want to do an extra stretch in the arm. Lifting it up. Nose to nipple. And take it down. Oh, I've got this. My neck's in the way. My jumper. Lovely. And take it back up. This time I'm taking it all the way down. Interlink the fingers at the top. And just place the hands on top. Again, you don't need to push down on your hands. It's just them resting on the top. Just to apply a little bit more pressure to ease any tension in the back of the neck. Lovely. Good. From here, we're just going to turn to the side. And turn to the other side. And take it over. And take it over. Just do it as far as your body wants to take it. Whatever kind of feels right for you today. Lovely. Taking it off. Hopefully you can still see me. Maybe I need to tilt you back a little bit. Hold up. We're having a little bit of furniture removal. There we go. Okay, cool. That'll do. From here, we're just going to have nice loose hips. I just want to take our hips from side to side. Just warming the hips up a little bit more. Keeping my legs nice and straight, I'm just pushing the hips from side to side. Lovely. And then I take it all the way round. Keeping my back nice and straight. Pushing my hips forwards, taking them back. Just to warm the hips up a little bit more. Lovely. And change direction. Taking it back round. Push through. Taking it back round. Push through. Lovely. From here, I want you to just separate just the hips, so soft knees, and we're just going to circle the hips all the way around. Good, we're isolating just the hips, put my leggings up, and just circling them around. If it helps, you want to keep your ribs nice and still, so hold on to your ribs, and change the direction of the hips. I find it really difficult not to move my upper body at the same time, but you want to just focus on the hips. Lovely. From here, we're going to take it down into like a little squat position. So put your hands down for stability. And we're just going to either just hold it here for a moment, but because I'm pretty stiff, we want to have a bit of movement. So just want us to move from side to side. You should start to feel a bit of a stretch already. Just as it kind of eases the muscles a little bit. From here, you can put our hands together and really push our knees out a little bit more. Nothing too crazy. And I really want you to think about having a straight back. So I'll just show you this sideways. I want to keep a nice straight back, chest opening up. You want to be kind of rounded over. That's not what you want. You want to have a nice straight chest. And just sitting down. Almost, if you watch babies or toddlers, they do this position all the time. And they have great posture. So if you've got children, check out how your children go to pick something up. They normally have great posture, and just take lessons from them. Lovely. Okay, from here, you're going to have the hands in the middle. We're going to take one knee to the floor, and then take it back up again. And then take the other knee down, and take it up, and down, and up, and down, and up. Lovely. Just making a little bit more movement in them hips. This one, I really like this move, but I find I lose my balance a little bit sometimes. If you're feeling particularly like you want a bit more of a challenge, I want you to take your hands off and take it down one at a time. I always lose my balance in this, but I know some of you will be able to do this absolutely fab. So please do give it a try. Lovely. From here, I want us to straighten our legs, and we're going to have our hands on the floor, and we can take our feet a little bit wider. And we're going to bend one leg, and we should feel a stretch all down this inner side here. And we're going to straighten it and bend the other one. Lovely. Straighten and bend. Now, when we're bending, I want you to feel like you're pushing your butt further back. So I'll show you this sideways. Hopefully this will be helpful. So I'm going backwards. So my butt goes behind my knee, as opposed to pulling my knee forward. I'm pulling my knee in line with my my foot, and my butt goes further back. So I hope that helps with the stretch, that how it kind of, the positioning of you. Lovely. So when we've done that for a couple of times, we should start to feel like we're getting a deeper stretch on each time we go over, getting a slightly deeper stretch. Lovely. This time I want us to take it through the middle. I feel this moves a little bit like a little crab or a little bug, but it's just super nice positioning here. Just taking it a little bit lower. And again, if you're feeling like you're wanting to be, you've got nice strong legs, take your hands off, keep your chest lifted, and then take it over, keeping your weight nice and low still, and taking it over from one side to the other. I feel quite ninja when I do this move. Or put your hands on, whatever feels most comfortable. Lovely. From here, we're going to go straight into our first stretching technique, and I am just going to move the cameras down a little bit. Sorry, I'm going here and there. But I just want to make sure that you can see all the angles okay. Hopefully that is okay with everyone. Yeah, cool. So we're going to go into a move which is called, I'm getting really warm, into a move that's called the frog position. So what we do, I'm going to show you it sideways, and I'll show you it straight on as well. We're going to take ourselves onto all fours. Just make sure that your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders, and we're going to take the knees a little bit wider, a little bit wider, a little bit wider. I want you to get into a position that you're thinking, actually, I don't know if I can go a lot further. So you're aiming for about 60–70% of your maximum. This position for me, I find really comfortable. I know a lot of you will not find it comfortable, so please take your time. If you can take it down to your elbows, that is perfect, especially because we can get sore wrists when we hold ourselves in this position for a long time. If you can't get down to your elbows and you're not quite deep enough in that position, I want you to prop yourself up. So if you've got like a ball at home, like one of those big yoga balls, use one of them, they're great. Or I just thought, I've got my, this is my little pug that I use to put my feet up when I'm watching telly. You can also lean on that, so you can take your feet out, and it's holding your weight as opposed to putting them all on your wrists. This is really helpful if anyone has particularly delicate wrists or sore, anyone who's got arthritis in their wrists. It just really prevents you from being able to do the stretch. So please use that if you need to. So we are taking it down. I would like your feet to be in line with your knees, so we're at right angles here. Now when we're in this position, I just want us to rock forwards and backwards, just to warm it up a little bit. And I want you to pay attention to how your body feels. Is there a particular tight spot where it feels less comfortable than in, if you're moving it forward, does that feel more comfortable, or does it go further back and that feels more comfortable, or is it somewhere in the middle? So I just want you to have just a feel and an observation. And again, like, it's not right or wrong, it's just how your body feels today and how your body feels in that particular position. I just want you to be aware of where it feels a little bit tighter and things like this. Lovely. So from here, I want you to rest yourself in the middle. So ideally, this is as if you were going to be in fully flat middle split, but we've just got our legs bent. So you want to have your pelvis, I'll show you this way, your pelvis wants to be facing down. You don't want to be tucking it under, you don't want to be sticking it out, but if in doubt, more out than down. So if you're someone who likes to twerk, you want to get your twerk position. So you want to get your hips in posterior, so they're tilting out a little bit more. So from here, I'm going to show you this square round. I was just thinking what would be the best angle. From here, what I want you to think about is pushing your knees into the ground and really tensing the inside of your legs. And we're going to hold it for 10 seconds. So we're going to breathing it in and squeeze. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. And relax. Taking it down. And we're going to squeeze it again. So we want to feel like you're pushing your knees into the floor, squeezing the inside of your thighs. We're going to do it again, breathing it in. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good, good work, good work. It should feel quite intense. And when we relax, you might feel like you're easing a little bit more into the stretch. That's great. If you're not, that's great. That's just how your body feels right now. We're going to do it again for one more set. And we're going to squeeze for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Good. Really, really nice. The next move that I would like you to do, same positioning. So I'm just going to show you this sideways. Is I want you to squeeze your butt and I want you to feel like you're trying to lift your knees up. So your knees are going to be pushing outwards, your butt is squeezing, and it's really important that you squeeze both your butt cheeks as much as you can, and you want to feel like you're pushing your hips down by squeezing your butt, okay? So it's all about your butt squeeze and feeling like your knees are going to go further out, okay? That helps. So we're going to hold it again. 4, squeeze, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. This just feels a bit weird doing this and squeezing my butt in front of everyone. And we're going to hold it again. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. I'll go further back. I've lost myself on Instagram. And the last one, we squeeze. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good. Good work. I'm getting super warm. I'm going to have to take the layer off. That was really, really nice, guys. It's an uncomfortable exercise, but really, really good. So hopefully we should have been feeling nice and tense on the inside for the first one, and then the second one is all about squeezing that butt as much as you can. Cool. Right, let me take off this layer because I'm starting to get right sweaty. Whew. So next one that I want us to do, again, really focuses on your butt. And I've got 2 variations depending on what level you're at. So the easier option, we're on all fours, and I like to call it the dog pee position. So we're going to take our knee out to the side. Okay. Now, if you're dead advanced at this, you can take your legs straight and out to the side. And what we're going to do, I want you to make sure that your hips remain in line with your torso, so you don't end up twisting or kind of leaning over. You want to make sure that you're in a nice straight line and that you're not kind of crunching in as well. So I find it's actually really helpful for you to record yourself doing this position so that you can kind of check on it afterwards and be like, oh yeah, that's how I want to feel. Oh yeah, I'm a little bit crunching in there. So it's really helpful to you actually see yourself, or do it in front of a mirror if you've got a big enough mirror. Depends what you've got at home. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the knee out to the side. And what I want us to do, I'm just going to do it bent leg, but you're welcome again to just take it to a straighter leg for it to be a little bit harder. I want you to think about squeezing this butt cheek so that it lifts your knees up and then relax. Okay, so we're just going to squeeze it, lifting it out, and then we'll relax it down. So we're going to hold it for 10 seconds again, have a little pause, 10 seconds again, have a little pause, 10 seconds. So let's begin. We take it out to the side and we're going to squeeze that butt cheek and hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. And have a little squeeze again. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep it squeezing. 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Good. Last one. And squeeze. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Good. We'll just do it on the other side. So again, you can take this either bent or straight legs. That was super good work, guys. Really, really well done. I know that squeezing our butt can be hard work to hold it for a long time. So, well, super work. So on the other side, breathing it in, take the knee out and squeeze that glute. Push, lifting the knees up. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. And squeeze. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. I can feel my little butt going, whoa. And we hold it again. Last one. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. I can really feel that butt squeeze aching. Okay, guys, really, really, really good work there. One last little stretch before we go into our middle split. So we're going to do the butterfly stretch. I love this stretch. So we're going to put our palms of our feet together, or soles of our feet, which they're much more commonly referred to as, and we're going to open our knees out like a book. Okay, I really want you to think about sitting on your sitting bones. So any kind of butt flesh that's in the way, just give it a little pull out of the way so you're right on your sitting bones. And the reason is you want to keep a nice straight spine. Okay, in this position, I really, really, really want you to focus on keeping a nice straight spine. From here, you can pull your feet as close to your body as possible and pushing. I want you to actively push down your knees to the floor whilst keeping a straight back. Okay, so just take my room anyway. I actually really like doing this one against a wall as well. So when you're in that position, it just helps you keep a nice straight back if you're leaning against a wall, and it helps you to pull your feet in as much as you can and pushing your knees down as much as you can whilst keeping a straight back. If you are here, that's fine. Just keep pushing as much as you can. If you're in the middle and you're like, oh, I'm close, the other thing you can do is actually put weights onto your knees. So either if you go to a gym, then you can put actual weights on them. I don't go to the gym, so I don't really know how much weight it would be. But I've sometimes had a friend of mine or a sister or children, my nephew and niece, and they'll help push down on my knees to help push them down a little bit more. But if you can do it with your muscles, that's ideal, because that will mean it'll be strengthening that stretch for you. So you're strengthening the muscle as well as stretching it out, and that's ideal. Okay, lovely. Oh, the other little important thing, if you find that even getting your feet close to you, you have a round back, I want you to sit on a book, on a higher cushion, get yourself higher, raise your hips up so that you can get a straight back. That's super important. Super, super, super important. Make sure you've got a nice straight back to do that particular exercise. And then what we're going to do, I'm going to go forwards just so you can see it straight on. From here, I want you to lift up, big deep breath in, exhale, and fold ourselves over. See if we can put our hands on the floor in front of us, reaching them forward. If this feels okay, because I know some of you who come to my lessons can get super down, really far and flexible in this. I want you to see if you can get your elbows to the floor. And those of you who are getting super, super, super good, Roshana, I'm talking to you, I want you to see if you can get your forehead down on the floor over your feet. You should feel a stretch all down the sides and into the butt as well, across the kind of top of your butt. As we kind of lean it forward. I just can't get my forehead down. I'm nowhere near, but I will keep practicing this. We're going to take a big deep breath in while we're here. Exhale. Leaning it in a little bit more. Pushing the knees down, activating it. Good. Big deep breath. Exhale down. Good. Yeah, I feel like I've gone further than I've gone for a long, long time. One more big deep breath in. Exhale. Oh, I do really like this stretch. This has got to be one of my favourites. Okay, the time has come. Let's get into our middle splits. So what I would like us to do is take ourselves into our standing position. If you can reach the floor with your feet nice and wide, that's perfect. And I want you to slide your feet out to 80%. Okay, I'm going to put the back. You've got a bit more in there. Maybe I'll get sideways on. Yeah, then you can see it a little better. So from here, again, I want you to really make sure that your pelvis is posterior, so it's not rolling in, more twerk than ballet in this position. So you want your hips to be rolled up. I want you to take it down as low as you can. Now this move for me, I feel very comfortable in this move. I've always liked a middle split, so just feel confident that what you're doing will get you here. I do these stretches quite a lot. So what I want us to do when we're in this position, I'm just going to go up for the sake of showing you the exercise. So let me just take it a little bit higher. From here, I want you to do the same things we did when we were in our tree position, in our frog position, sorry. We're going to squeeze our feet into the floor, pushing our feet down as much as we can, and we're going to squeeze it for 10 seconds. So pushing the feet in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, keep squeezing, 2, 1, relax. Good, so I really want you to think about, you should have been squeezing with the inner thighs, pushing those feet down. Okay, now we're in that position again. I'm going to go further down, it's a little bit uncomfortable going both ways. So, our next one that I want to do is feel like we're trying to get our knees off the floor, lifting them up and away by squeezing our butt cheeks, both of them at the same time. So as we're leaning forward, we're going to lift our knees up, lifting them away, squeezing that butt cheek. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, keep going, 1, and relax. Phew. Oh my goodness. So you can repeat that. I'm just going to leave it there. We can repeat that 2 times if you can. 10 seconds pulling out, 10 seconds pushing in. And if you can do that again for twice, then that is incredible. So really, that's a really good one to keep going at. I also want us to have a little moment to just chill and calm after our stretch. So I'm actually going to do this lying down. Hopefully you can see me in this position, maybe. Then I can like lean up to you guys. Can you still see me? Ish. Good. So I wanted to share this because this is what I do in bed every night before I go to sleep. So my knees start together and I'm just going to open them out, keeping my feet together on the floor. So my palms of my feet are together. And I'm just going to let my knees, the weight of my knees push down. Now, when I do this first thing in the morning, my knees won't go to the floor. They will hold about here. And I push my knees down by squeezing my butt cheeks, push my hips forward that bring my knees down. So I find this really helps to engage my glutes, to get my knees a little bit further down. In the evenings, they will open a little bit more naturally and they can just calmly kind of relax. Now, I find this position really, I don't know what the word is. I actually find it quite comfortable, but I can feel it stretching the entire time that I'm in the position as well. So if it feels completely uncomfortable, take it for as long as you can and then relax and go to sleep or relax and get up. But don't hold it forever. But I find that the more I do it, the more comfort I find in it. So I thought you can just take a few moments to just relax and breathe and be stretching at the same time, and I find that's really a nice way to kind of stretch and finish off a more intense stretching session. So that was your middle splits. I adore this position. If you are someone who can already get flat into your middle splits, what I want you to do is I want you to lean forward. So make sure that your hips are posterior so that your butt is up, your knees are facing forward, your foot is facing away, and see if you can get yourself flat down as much as you can. Okay, whilst keeping in a a straight position. If you can do that comfortably, then you want to think about putting blocks underneath your feet so your feet get raised up whereas your hips stay down, and that will just intensify the stretch. If you need that, if you're in an advanced position already, just holler at me and let me know if that is you, and I can make extra arrangements for future stretches, etc., to include that. So, guys, we've done our middle splits. We've done day 2. Thank you so much for joining me, or thank you very much if you guys are doing this afterwards, just joining me on this bend don't break adventure. It's just helped me. This is some of the stretches that I do, and I've committed to myself to do them every day and to really help improve my flexibility. And the reason why I'm doing the 14-day flexibility challenge with everyone is just to help keep me accountable for actually doing my stretching. I find when I do stretching on my own, I get a little bit lonely, and I'm like, oh, wish I was here with someone. So I thought, oh, I'll just do it with everyone. So hopefully you can appreciate that and are doing it with me and enjoying it as much as I am enjoying doing it with you guys. Please do share your experiences. Let me know how you're getting on. And it also helps encourage and empower other people and inspire other people to do it themselves as well, because often we don't want to do something because we think that we're not good enough and everyone's going to be better than us, when actually when you see the reality and you see what other people are doing, it's actually really nice to feel like, oh, I feel like I could do something like that as well. So please do share. It just helps raise the vibe and send out all good things. So I'm wishing you a lovely evening. I will email you all tonight with the video from today if you've not caught up, or you've come in halfway through and you're like, oh, I need to see this from the beginning. I'll email you. If you're not on the mailing list and you'd like to, please let me know. Direct message me. If you're on the mailing list but you want someone to join you with you, whether it's a friend, whether it's your sister, whether it's your mum, whether it's your granny, whether it's your grandfather, whoever, do let me know and send me their email address. I can add them onto the mailing list as well. I want you to just take a little moment at the end of your stretching session to give a bit of gratitude to your body. We have fabulous bodies which do incredible things for us, and I think it's really nice to just take a moment to appreciate and have gratitude for what your body can do, even if you're like, oh, I've done rubbish, my body does nothing for me. I want you to take a moment to think, actually, I'm really pleased that I can even take this time to spend time looking after my body and making that a priority for me, and how amazing my body is doing with me putting it through all of these stretching techniques. So yeah, just take a little moment to feel really grateful for what your body can do and how awesome it is, because I'm amazed every day, especially when I see other people stretching or what they do in my classes. It's really incredible what we can do as human beings. I think we're all pretty awesome, and sometimes I think we forget that and pull ourselves down. So just take a little moment to enjoy that for the end of the session. So enjoy the rest of your evening, guys. I'm off now. I'm going to go and see my mummy. Going to go and get a train to see her. So I will do my stretching session tomorrow at my mum's house up in the Midlands. So I look forward to seeing you all there tomorrow. Take care, guys. Have a lovely evening. Bye. Oh, how do I come up here? Da, da, da. 1. Oh gosh. There.